everyone, welcome to Vinyasa Flow. My name is Taslim Savji and I'll be taking you through your practice today. Today, just remember to be safe and do your best. Let's get started. Starting today in a nice tall seat, legs crossed and reaching up through the crown of your head. Bring your shoulders up to your ears, back and down, relaxing through the face and the jawline. I'd like to start today with a few words. May you rise with eagle wings, high above the madness of this world. May you rise with eagle wings, high above the madness of this world. Through today's practice, I'd like you to think about seeking a new perspective and rising above. Let's start with a gentle neck roll, taking your head in one circle in one direction. Breathing. Inhale and exhale. Take one more gentle circle. Inhale and exhale. Let's meet back in neutral and take it round the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Let's take one more circle. Inhale and exhale. Let's meet back in neutral, neck nice and long, reaching up through the crown of your head. Let's take some nice inhales using our arms. So inhale, flapping your arms up, and exhale, bringing them back down to the mat. Again, inhale, flapping the arms up, exhale, back down. Last one, inhale, arms lifting like wings, and exhale, back down to the mat. From here, moving into our Sufi grind. So for that, taking your body over your legs, folding, finding release in your back, and inhale to take the back side of that circle. Inhale and exhale. Really tighten through the core, exhaling over your legs, and inhaling back. Let's meet back in neutral and take it round the other side, always seeking balance in our practice. Exhaling over the legs, inhaling, contracting. Exhale over the legs, inhale to contract. Last one, nice big circle, find that release. Exhale and inhale back to center. Again, reaching up through the crown of the head, spine nice and long, elongated. From here, extending your right arm up to the sky and folding at the elbow. Here, taking your left hand and gently pushing back on that elbow to find a nice tricep stretch. If you want, you can now take that left hand and loop it back behind your back and find a bind, bringing the fingertips to touch. It's completely optional, so do what works for you. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale, filling your lungs with air. Exhale, back down. Uncrossing your left arm, uncrossing your right arm, and giving your shoulders a little roll. Let's go to the other side, extending the left arm up to the sky and bending at the elbow. Taking your right hand now and gently pulling back on that left elbow, finding that tricep stretch now on the left side. You do have the option now to take that right arm and loop it back behind your back to find the bind on the other side. Again, completely optional. Let's breathe here. 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Another big inhale and exhale. Really nice. Uncrossing your arms, giving your shoulders a little roll again. We're going to go into our eagle arms. So for that, extending both arms out in front of you. Now taking your right arm and looping it under your left and bringing your palms to touch, almost like a pretzel. You do have the option to also bring the back of your hands to touch as well. You'll still find the nice back stretch, the back opening. And 2 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Another big inhale and exhale. Uncrossing your arms, giving them a shake and extending back. Now taking your left arm and crossing it under the right and bringing the palms to touch or the back of the hands to touch. If you find your shoulders are creeping up to your ears, bring them back down. Relax them. And let's take 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Another big breath. Inhale and exhale. Uncrossing your arms, and we'll be moving into a tabletop position. So for that, swinging your legs out from under you. Your wrists should be under your shoulders, and your knees should be under your hips. Your back should be nice and straight. We'll move right into our cat-cows. So for this, as you exhale, tucking your belly up, 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 belly button to spine, arching up through the back. Inhale to soften the belly, reach the chest forward and up, and the hips back and up into your cow. And take that again into the cat, tucking the belly in, exhaling. Inhaling to soften into your cow. Let's take 1 more of these. Arching up through the back, exhaling into your cat like an angry cat. And then softening as you exhale, chest forward and up, hips back and up. And then meet back in neutral, back nice and straight. Replant your palms, so get a really firm grip to the earth. Make sure your toes are tucked, and we'll lift up into a down dog. So for that, simply lift the hips up to the sky. We'll make this down dog active, so just walking your legs out. You can flow onto your toes, flow back onto your heels, whatever feels good at this point. Again, thinking about that perspective. Here we have quite literally found a new perspective because we have inverted our bodies. And just breathe. 1 more big breath. Deep inhale and exhale. From here, deep bend in the knees, come onto your tiptoes, step 1 foot forward and then the other, and find yourself in a forward fold. Allow this forward fold to be quite loose so your upper body can sway one way and sway the other. You can shake your head no and nod your head yes, just finding that space. From here, we will ragdoll our bodies up, so 1 vertebra at a time, just rising up. From here, finding our mountain pose or Tadasana. This is the base of all of your standing postures, so your feet should be about hip distance apart. It'll be different for everyone, so just find what works for you. And then root your feet and find that connection. From here, we'll take 3 big breaths, winging our arms. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, flapping them down. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, back down. Last one, inhale, arms up, and exhale, back down. We'll now move into our half sun salutations. Inhale, arms out and up towards the sky. Exhale to hinge at the hips and come into a forward fold. Inhale to take a halfway lift, so hands on the shins or thighs, back nice and straight. And just exhale, back down to the mat. On your next inhale, bending at the knees and rising, arms out and up overhead. Exhale, palms to touch to come through heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms out and up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, back nice and straight. And exhale to fold. On your next inhale, rising up, winging the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center to come and rest at your side. We'll now take it the next level, taking a full sun salutation. So let's inhale, arms out and up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for that halfway lift, back nice and straight. Exhale to forward fold. Take an inhale, and on your next exhale, bending at the knees and planting the palms. Step 1 foot back and then the other, finding yourself in a plank position. In your plank, really puffing up through the shoulders, drawing your lower ribs in and up, thinking about bringing your belly button to your spine. You have the option here to drop your knees, alternatively to bring your forearms down. Whatever works for you. Just building our core strength here. 2 more breaths. Your breath is your best friend in these difficult postures. On your next exhale, drawing your elbows close to your body, rolling over your toes and looking forward and lowering down to the mat, Chaturanga. From here, on your inhale, peeling your chest up and off the mat into a cobra pose, keeping your pelvis and your legs and your feet connected to the mat. That's the base of this pose. Exhale back down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, peeling your chest up and off the mat. And exhale back down. 1 more. Inhale, peeling your chest up and off the mat. Here, testing ourselves a little. Pick your hands up and off the mat. You should still stay up. This is to make sure that you aren't simply pushing your body up with your hands, but using your core, your glutes, and your legs. And exhale back down. From here, tucking your toes, pushing up through hands and knees, and lifting up into a down dog position. 2 breaths here in this down dog, starting to find some stillness here. Some stillness in the body, some stillness in the mind. On your next exhale, deep bend in the knees, come onto your tiptoes, step 1 foot forward and then the other, and you'll be in a forward fold at the front of your mat. Inhale to rise, arms out and up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center to come and rest at your side. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms out and up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, back nice and straight. Exhale, fold forward, plant the palms and step back into plank. Again, thinking about the integrity of this pose, puffing up through the shoulders, drawing the ribs in and up. Again, thinking about the options, you can bring your knees down or your forearms if your wrists feel weak. Just 2 more breaths here. On your next exhale, drawing your elbows close, looking forward and lowering down to the mat, Chaturanga. On your next inhale, peeling your chest up and off the mat into that cobra pose. And exhale back down. From here, tucking the toes, coming up through hands and knees, lifting up into your down dog. Here in your down dog, you have the option to build a little bit more core strength. So lift your leg up and off the mat. On your next exhale, draw that knee into the nose. And inhale to push back. And 1 more time, exhale, knee to nose. And inhale, push back. Bring that right leg back down to the mat. And now picking the left leg up and off the mat. Nice and high. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. And inhale, push back. Exhale, knee to nose, nice and strong. And inhale, push back. Exhale that leg back down to the mat. From here, deep bend in the knees. Come onto the tiptoes, step 1 foot forward and then the other. Inhale to rise, arms out and up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhaling your arms up and overhead, stringing everything together into a full vinyasa. Exhale to forward fold. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank, lower, 1 fluid movement. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. So that probably felt a little bit faster than what we've done before. That is the more traditional vinyasa flow. From here, deep bend in the knees, onto the tiptoes, step 1 foot forward and then the other. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, forward, fold over your legs. From here, stepping your right leg back. and dropping the knee down to the mat. Once you feel stable, inhale to lift your arms up and overhead. On your next exhale, splitting the arms and turning towards the left side. And inhale, back up. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, pick your right knee up and off the mat and continue with that exhalation, twisting towards the left. And inhale, back up. Last one, exhale, twisting. And inhale, back up. On your exhale, bringing your knee down if you lifted it. Bring your hands down to frame your foot. Now lift that knee of the right leg back up and send the left leg back, finding yourself in a down dog position. From here, bending at the knees, rise to the tiptoes, step one foot forward and then the other. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, arms out and up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now sending the left leg back. Bring that left knee down to the mat. Find stability in your legs, and when you feel comfortable, inhale to rise, bringing the arms up overhead. Exhale, splitting the arms and twisting to the right side now. Inhale, back up. Again, you have the option to lift that left knee up and off the mat. Find a little bit more fire. Exhale to twist. Inhale, arms back up. Last twist, exhale, turning to the right. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Bring that knee back down to the mat. Bring your arms down to the mat to frame that right foot. Lift the left knee and send the right leg back and find yourself in a down dog position. From here, deep bend in the knees, onto your tiptoes, step one foot forward and then the other. And inhale, rise, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center to come and rest at your side. Let's take a couple breaths and reset here. If you need to take some water, do that. Find that mountain pose, that grounding pose, Tadasana. We're going to be moving into a balancing series. So for this, just start to find a little bend in your knees and sway side to side. We always want buoyancy in our joints to allow ourselves to balance. So just to start to shift your weight over to your right side. Start to pick your left foot up and off the mat. See what that feels like. This might be good enough for you, and this is where you'll stay. And then bring that left foot back down. Now we'll take it to the other side. So shifting the weight over to the left side and lifting the right leg up and off the mat. Again, feeling that little bend in the knees, so don't hyperextend. And then just hang here and then bring your right leg back down. We're now going to go into eagle pose. So for that, start to shift your weight again over to the right side. Allow that bend in the knee and start to lift the left leg up and off the mat. Now, winding that left leg around your right standing leg. Start to bend into your right leg. Now extending both arms out in front of you, taking those eagle arms right under left, palms to touch or back of the hands to touch, and sink into this pose. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Focusing on something stationary in the distance. Inhale. Exhale. Uncrossing your arms, uncrossing your legs. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Great job. And now shifting to the left side. So shifting your weight over to the left leg. Allowing a little bend in your knees. Lifting your right leg and winding the right leg around the left. Now extending both arms. Now crossing your left arm under your right, palms to touch or back of the hands to touch. Sinking into that standing leg. Breathe. 2 more breaths. focusing on something stationary in the distance. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and out. From here, resetting, let's flush that out with a full vinyasa flow. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, step back to plank, lower. Inhale, cobra pose. Now on your exhale, tuck your toes and sit back onto your heels, untucking your toes into a child's pose. We'll breathe here, 3 breaths, taking some rest. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, rising back up, finding yourself in a rock pose. Here we'll just take 3 breaths using our arms. Inhale, circling the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. 2 more. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Last one. Inhale, arms out and up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. We'll now come and take a seat. So for that, swinging your legs out from under you. And you'll find yourself, again, with folded legs, finding the integrity of the spine, reaching up through the crown. 2 breaths, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. From here, now extending your left leg nice and long and bending your right knee. Now taking your right leg and crossing it over the left. We're coming into fisherman's pose. You can stay here, or if you want, now bending that extended left leg in towards your body. Now start to take your right hand and place it back behind your body. Start to twist from the core, so reaching up and taking that twist. Now taking your left hand, and you can use that elbow as a hook to just take this twist a little bit deeper. And just breathe. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Start to de-rotate your body. So take it round the other direction just to counter this twist, just for a second. And then turn back towards the center, uncrossing your right from your left. Now extending the right leg, keeping the left knee bent, taking the left over the right. You can stay here, just keeping the spine nice and long, or if you want, bending that extended leg in towards your body. From here, taking the left arm now and placing it back behind you, starting to feel the body twist. I want you to make sure it's not just your head turning, but the entire core. So lift and turn, place the hand. Now take the right elbow and use it as a hook to take that twist a little bit deeper. 2 breaths, inhale and exhale. 1 more, inhale and exhale. We'll take that de-rotation, so now turning over towards the right side again. And then turn back to center. Uncross left from right. Here, placing both soles of the feet on the ground and just windshield wiper your feet. And then we'll go right into a butterfly pose. So for that, bringing the soles of your feet together and then lifting up. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale, feeling that stretch through the inner thigh. And then bringing the knees back together, closing your book. We're going to be lowering down to the mat to lie down. So for that, again, back nice and straight. And we'll start to lower very slowly. Here, making sure that your hips are slid forward so that you will land on the mat when you lay down. So just start to lower as slowly as you can. The key here is not to drop right at the end. So your core, your abdominals will want to just let go. So I challenge you to just take it slow. And when you find yourself back on your mat, extend your left leg nice and long and bring your right knee in towards your chest and grab onto the shin or the back thigh, just pulling in that leg towards you and just breathing. And then extending the right leg back out, bring the left knee in towards the chest. Again, breathing. And then send that left leg back down. From here, planting the soles of your feet onto the mat, we're going to come into a bridge pose. So for that, feet planted, I want you to have your upper back connected to the mat and your palms facing the mat. So feeling connected at every single point. And then start to lift your hips up and off the mat. Rising up, a gentle back bend. And just breathe here. One more breath. And then lower your hips back down to the mat. We'll do one more bridge pose. So again, setting that base, the feet, the shoulders, the palms. And then inhale, lifting your hips up and off the mat. Here you have the option to lift your left leg up to the sky. And then exhale it back down. And now lift the right leg up to the sky. And exhale it back down. Bring the hips back down to the mat. We'll go right into a happy baby pose here. So for that, send your soles up to the sky. Grab onto the outer edge or the inner edge of your feet and simply rock here, massaging your spine, massaging your back. Happy baby pose. One more big breath here. And then bring the soles of your feet back down to the mat. Here, extending both legs nice and long, coming into a starfish position. For that, you can have your hands facing up, or you can face them down for slightly more grounding. We're coming into our Shavasana. This is where the whole practice integrates, where it all comes together. Start to relax through the toes, through the feet, through the shins and the knees, your thighs, your hips, your belly, your chest, your shoulders, elbows, fingers, neck and head. Thinking about that new perspective that you've gained through today's practice. Start to bring your attention back. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Send your arms up and overhead. Nice big stretch. And then when you're ready at your own pace, rolling over to one side. And then again, when you're ready, rising back up to find a nice tall seat. Again, reaching up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes. Flutter your eyes open and let's take 3 breaths to close. Inhale, arms out and up overhead. Exhale, wing them back down. 2 more like this. Inhale, winging the arms up. Exhale, back down. Last one. Inhale, winging the arms up. Exhale, back down. Bring your hands to prayer as we close. May you rise with eagle wings, high above the madness of this world. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.